Hey everyone, so I've received a lot of requests to explain how my setup works. So basically this is a Nexus 7 inside of an 2004 Acura TL. I'm going to explain a bit how it works. Basically this is stock Android version 5.1.1 I do believe, and it's running something called Timmer's kernel, which basically allows you to fast charge a device while you're also using the USB port to pass data. So in this case, the tablet is connected behind the dash to a powered USB hub, and a USB DAC, which is a digital to analog converter for the audio, is connected to an adapter that connects to my stock head unit. And what you're seeing right now is just a regular image background, and it's running Nova Launcher. So basically what I did is I removed everything, the menu and everything, and I've created widgets on the desktop that are transparent, and they're the shape of the little icons here. So if I click on Spotify, it's just basically a transparent icon that links to Spotify. So this is my background image. The clock and the time are also widgets, and I use the app called Amazing Text Free to make my ads. Sorry, not make my ads, make my widgets. Also, I use a plugin called Auto Bright that controls the brightness of the screen automatically. So as you can see, I can choose how bright and how max brightness and minimum brightness. And here you can see, according to sunset and sunrise data, it decides what time of day you are and how bright the screen is going to be, which is quite useful. At the bottom here, it's another modification I've added. Right now I have another app that's called, let me find it for you, GMD Gestures, which basically translates gestures into actions. So if I double tap with 2 fingers, it plays my music. Double tap again, it stops it. Then you can set it to whichever you want. If I swipe with 2 fingers, it's more forward, and if I swipe with 2 fingers backwards, it will go back in the audio. But you can add on top of your installation this lower menu bar, so you can have your volume up down. But personally for me, I can use the stock head unit volume knob to control it. And the play forward and backward buttons are kind of useful, because when I'm running something like Waze, I don't want to have to go back to my Spotify. If I want to keep my navigation up, then I can just use those buttons to go back and forth. I set up a hotspot with my phone to give the tablet internet access, so I can use Waze with real-time traffic info. I also have a navigation app, which is basically for offline navigation. It's just a map that doesn't need the data, so it's quite useful sometimes just if I want to see where I'm at. It's called NavMe, NAVMII. I also have Tablet Talk connected, so I can connect my phone, and I have here at the top a Bluetooth adapter that I can just start, connects to my phone. It's connected to the USB for power and to the DAC input so the sound from my Bluetooth can come through my phone speakers, through my car's speakers. And I can dial using this application, so I have my contact on the left, and whatever I contact and dial, it will dial on my phone. Same idea for text messages, so they will pop up on the screen when I receive them, but you can decide not to receive them if you don't want to, because I know in many places that can be illegal. Torque, so I have an OBD2 Bluetooth adapter connected at all times, and you can have real-time information about your car, which is quite useful. You can also pull codes if you have a engine check light on. And this is like a regular Android tablet also. I have a Super Nintendo USB controller. At the bottom here, I've removed my cigarette outlet, and I've replaced it with a line in that's connected to the DAC also, so I can play music from my phone if I want using a regular audio cable. This USB is plugged to the USB hub that's also connected to the tablet, so I can use the USB controller to play SNES. And also, if I wanted, I can use it as a display for my dash cam, so I can see some videos in real time. If ever, let's say there's an accident on scene and I need to pull a video right away, I can show that if I want. Podcast, so just a regular podcast app. Spotify, you can use Pandora, Google Play Music if you want. Since the menu is not on the screen anymore, I've set up the apps drawer here so I can see my apps and a quick access to my settings if I want. And anything else, the menu, sorry, that's ways. If you pull it down, you can still see your menu like you would, and still access your open apps. So that's basically it. I find it quite useful. The only thing for my car is I've relocated the HVAC display to the top. This was not a nav version, so I had my HVAC and radio display here. So I don't have the radio display anymore. So I don't have, if I want to use the radio, I don't know which radio station I'm on. But personally, since I've gotten the tablet, I haven't used any radio at all. And for this part here, I've only hardwired this to the 12-volt line from the outlet that's underneath here, just to charge my phone regularly. Because if you connect your phone to this, it will charge, but your tablet's going to try to hook up the pictures and look for your pictures. I find it a little annoying. And this charger works a little better to quick charge your phone. And the cigarette outlet that was there, I now tap that power to run the tablet and the USB hub behind it with an adapter similar to this, but it stays behind at all times. So yeah, basically background image, invisible widgets that are linked to apps. Start your apps and you can mix and match. You can choose whatever the heck you want to do. If I do want to watch YouTube and I'm connected to my local network, I can still. This works as a regular Android tablet. And when I'm done with the car and I shut it off, it goes into a sleep mode and a deep sleep. So basically everything is off, and it loses about 2% every 24 hours. So yeah, it works pretty well. So I hope that was useful, and look for my written guide online. Thanks.